Hey, how's it going? Welcome back and welcome to a highly anticipated video that you guys have wanted to see since the new season's come out. So I'm finally here giving it to you. I just wanted to wait a little bit, as I usually do for like tier lists and everything. I want to wait until midway through the season or around that time frame because I want everything to be as accurate as possible so I'm not misleading anyone. So we're going to get right into this top 5. But before that, we just hit 50,000 subscribers on this channel. So thank you so much. But if you guys want to see like a Q&A or anything like that, let me know. I'll do that, or I might even do it on the second channel if you guys want. Either way, thank you very much, and we're gonna get right into this video. As always, guys, if you've never seen one of these videos from me, I always do the same thing. I always say the same thing. These are not in a particular order. I just consider these my top 5. I'm also saying these are just the top 5. I'm not saying any other operators you shouldn't play, because there's other operator alternatives that you could play and you might be better with. At the end of the day, it's pretty subjective. This is just a good baseline for you if you are a newer player, or if you just want to know what the latest meta is. But if you guys are a newer player, check out the top 5 for beginner players. I have one of these operator videos for that. I'll link it up in the card above. But number 1, I'm going with Zero, the new operator, which is quite exciting because a new operator, it's on the top 5 attacker, at least in my opinion. And for you guys that don't believe me yet, I want you to think of it in the way that I think of it. So first of all, you have your 2 drones, right, as in any operator. So that's no groundbreaking news. But you also have the 3 Argus cams. So you have 5 intel devices that can be used completely to cover every square inch of the entire map, and you also integrated with your camera, the Argus cams. You're basically a Twitch drone that is also a Valkyrie cam. That's the best way I could put it usually. But mainly though, we're looking at this as intel, but secondarily we're able to, of course, counter a few things such as Mira or just gadgets in general, and that's awesome. But the thing I like even more is the weapon choice from Zero, or Sam Fisher. So he has the choice of the SC3000, or he also has the choice of the MP7. So I personally like both of these weapons so much, and I really switch off between the two, and it really just depends on your play style. If you're more prone to not hitting headshots, then I would recommend the SC3000 as it has more damage, but the MP7 is a headshot machine with its fire rate and the 1.5 times scope. Absolutely beastly gun. I couldn't tell you which one I like more, but both of the weapons are a great choice. So if you like a good loadout that is very easy to frag out with, and you also like intel, then this is a great operator for you. So basically, if you're good at the game or even somewhat good at the game, this operator is pretty darn good. So coming next on my list, I had to do a hard breacher, and as always, this one's completely personal preference by myself, and I grade it based on the ease of use personally for me and the versatility of it. So you know, there's Thermite, there's Ace, there's Hibana. Personally, in this current state, I love Ace with the AK-12. He has the best weapons out of all of those, and the gadget is just one of my favorite at the moment. Now please remember, Thermite does have a bigger breach and Hibana's better at hatches. However, Ace is the perfect mix between both of them. So as I've stated, we have the AK-12, so use that obviously, and then a smoke grenade. So you could also smoke plant with this operator, which adds that another level of awesomeness to the operator, plus claymores, whatever you want to do with this operator. No matter how you look at it, the loadout is stacked. And what's even better is once you do your job, you're also double up as a fragger, as your weapon and speed and everything really helps you out with fragging. So personally, for me as a ranked player, I like to obviously get frags, which is fun. It's the most fun part of the game, is getting kills. But whenever I want to be useful to my team as well, this is my go-to operator. It's just, I like to be able to have an actual role on the team, which is hard breaching. And if my role is not needed so much that round, then I could just frag out. But it's always good to take a hard breacher, and this is that operator that you could just pick always. Now, if you know that you need to get a breach, maybe Thermite's the better choice for that exact situation. But Ace is usually always a safe pick. But if we're talking versatile fraggers, we gotta include my second favorite fragger, or even my first favorite fragger. That is Zofia. So I include this basically in every single one I think I've ever made as my top 5 attackers. She's always in this list, and it's just, there's obvious reason for it. You have the 2 stuns and the 2 impacts, so you double take, and that's where I really see her being better than Ashe. Now Ashe does of course have her role, but I just don't think it's a top 5 overall attacker. Definitely a top 5 rusher if you're just rushing, but with Zofia you just have a more versatile loadout. You have the ACOG of course, which is not available on Ashe, so that's really where I compare them, and that's my biggest contrast. fast there. But you also have the angled grip as well, and then you get claymores and then a super sick gadget. Most of the time though, you're going to want to bring a Zofia in most cases, or you could bring an Ash or a Sledge or something along those lines, because you're going to need to be able to destroy deployable shields, maestro cams, things like that. And the easiest way to do that is, well, Zofia and Ash are probably the easiest too, because you're able to launch it from far. But while this operator is considered a fragging or an entry fragging operator, you also want to do your role. Don't just run in and die. Try to destroy gadgets before you do any of that. Watch out for Jaeger, of course. So yeah, I think number 3 is a pretty solid one there at Zofia. Now another operator that I really like is IQ. Currently we still have the G8A1. We did lose the ACOG on it for IQ. We still have it available for Amaru if you play Amaru, but if you do play IQ, unfortunately you lost that ACOG if you are into that kind of thing. But for the G8 personally, I like the holo anyways. So from a weapon standpoint, once again, we're stacked. If you get the trend, I really like having a good loadout, and everyone really should. You should look at the loadout and the gadget and kind of weigh those two. Now, if you have a really good loadout but a terrible gadget, then that really downgrades you. But all the operators we've said so far, very useful operator, as in the gadget's very useful, and our weapons are very good. Now, the reason IQ's gadget is very good is you get to know where everything is, of course. Now, I have no shame in saying that I definitely thought the Ping 2.0 was going to hurt IQ a little bit more than it did. I definitely have no shame in admitting that I was definitely very wrong about that, and the reason for that is IQ does not serve the same purpose of the Ping 2.0. The Ping 2.0, you could ping out stuff, of course, like ADSs and everything like that, but the real advantage with IQ is Valkyrie cams. You know, Valkyrie is a very good operator, and you also get the added benefit of like Legion mines and everything that you can think of. But Echo drones, Valk cams, that's what you really want IQ for, the things that you can't see with your eye. So for me, I mixed that very useful gadget, and I also mixed a very good weapon plus great speed, also claymores, everything along those lines. I easily put IQ in this list for myself personally. But yeah, we're gonna move on to number 5, which might be a little bit questionable. You guys might disagree, maybe not, I don't know. You guys can be the judge of that. Let me know down below. And I didn't put Thatcher on this list, and that's because of the nerf. So the nerf's not really supposedly a nerf, but it's really just a rework that really reworks how good he is in every situation. So Thatcher was really good in every situation as he used to be, because he disabled everything. Now it's just a temporarily EMP. It's not actually destroying it for the entire round. It's just disabling it for a 15-second set time. So there's some benefits to this as in bandit tricking. However, if the site is the site you didn't think it was going to be, it's a little bit more situational now. So if it's not the site that you were predicting, then you have a wasted Thatcher, and it's not really going to help your team out very much. So an operator I like to choose instead is Maverick. So Maverick has a similar role to Thatcher whenever it's on the select walls, but it also can be used for hard breaching. Obviously it's not ideal. I like to use it as a hard breach support, so I like to use it to get the bandits off of the wall, the bandit tricker, get them off that wall. So the easiest operator to pair this with is Ace. Now if you do this with Thermite, it's a little bit more dangerous because you're going to have to poke out Maverick holes, and these of course are two-sided. So if your Thermite shoves his whole body onto your Maverick hole, he's most likely going to get shot. Now with Ace, you could just lob it from further away, have no risk, easily get a wall open anytime you think about it. And you also have the added benefit of having frag grenades whenever you're Maverick. So if someone is really being very stingy with you, then you can just frag grenade them, of course, through your own Maverick hole. So for me, what separates the two operators, as in I'm comparing Maverick and Thatcher right now, Thatcher is very good for that one specific role as in hard breach support. Maverick can be used on every single objective, no matter what. And even if he's not, he still has a fantastic loadout with the M4 and has frag grenades. Thatcher has a loadout really built for his playstyle as in a support playstyle. So, you know, he's really set up just to play that support role. He has the claymores and everything that you would think of as in a support player. And as for Maverick, there's never a bad time to pick Maverick because there's always going to be some sort of use. You can get hashes with Maverick. You can actually Maverick trick to actually be the hard breacher, or you could be the hard breach support, which is the way I like to compare him to. So no matter how I look at Maverick, he's on my top 5 list. Let me know, agree or disagree, or agree to disagree, whatever you guys want to comment. Go ahead and comment that. And if you disagree with all of them, just name your top 5 lists, see what everyone else thinks of it, and I will also review them as well and see what you guys think. So I'll be coming out with the Defender one if you guys want to see that one pretty soon. Then I think I'm almost ready to have my tier list out. I gotta be patient with that one because there's so many changes in the season and everything, and I'm just kind of waiting for the mid-season reinforcement pack is basically what they call it. It's just a new update, and a lot of things change in that update. So for now, I'm just going to be patient. I don't just post tier list videos for views. I actually try to make the best tier list I possibly can. So I'm going to take my time, but I appreciate you for watching this video. I appreciate you for 50,000 subs. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.